songwriters not getting paid like producers and artists. What are your thoughts on that, Ray?
I think it's the biggest, to me, I think it's one of the biggest discrepancies in the music business. And because when you understand the economics of it, as a writer, you write a song, you write 4 songs, and the guy set the beat, and I don't give a fuck if you did the beat, EJ gave you no, you didn't do the beat, you say you're the producer, EJ didn't do the beat, he said he producer, and another guy gave him the beat, all 3 of those guys are gonna get paid.
My God.
As a writer, you wrote the song, and you're not getting paid. Meanwhile, and mind you, it's not really a big thing to change, it's just, bro, I know some great songwriters who are like broke as fuck, and I know some terrible producers who are like
rich as fuck.
Not even rich, but doing better than the songwriters, because as a songwriter you only get your writer and publisher share, But I think they should get paid. I think the label that decides to change that is going to be the label that gets the best
writers.
The right, because at the end of the day, producers are sought after. Producers seek artists, right? Let's look at this ecosystem. Producers seek artists. Most artists write for themselves.
Yeah.
Most rappers write for themselves. But you get to a place where you want bigger records, better records. At that point, they need a writer. Pay him. The producer get paid. Pay him. I'm not saying get as much as the producer. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying everybody walk away with money.
Yeah.
Everybody in the room made money except for the person that wrote the words that the worlds are gonna sing. Something needs to be changed about that. And it's only because back in the day, producers, so you wrote a Luther Vandross song, you hired the producer to produce it for you. So he got raw points and he got money. You owned the copyright. So you own 100% of the song. He didn't get no publishing, but now you get publishing. So if you're getting publishing, everybody should get points. I think everybody could contribute to the record should get paid. I think it's only right, and I think when you have, and I think another thing that happened to the business was songwriters realized how much money wasn't in it for them, that they started saying, I'm gonna put out songs on myself. And that's now we losing the superstar, because now the songwriter's like, I'm not giving a record to the superstar. So the producer can get paid $70,000 and the superstar can go sing my song for the rest of his life, and I gotta wait. No. And then the superstar is gonna want publishing on the song, rightfully so. No. So they was like, I'm putting this shit out myself. And I think that's what happened to the business. I think paying songwriters will change the ecosystem. And my only goal is to leave this shit, like with Dear White Executives and that songwriter thing. Post. My only goal is to leave the business better than it was when I came in it. Because like I said, I'm the hero to my 16-year-old self, because I might not meet him, but when he does get there, economically, he's going to be better off because of the game. To me, it's just only fair. Pay the writers.
What is it like for you being a label exec, though? Because you have a lot of people in general, they get into the music industry, and they might not want to be artists, writers, or producers. They want to be Ray Daniels. What is it like being Ray Daniels, and what does a day in the life of Ray Daniels entail?
Well, the new music exec is a little different than the old one, because 15 years ago you had to find talent, sign them, and with the hopes of them being stars. Now, it's so much data out there that we can kind of predict where something is going to go, which then gives us more intel. But then it takes the gut thing away in a lot of ways, where it's like, and rightfully so, because now, like I said, when you had to press up 100,000 albums, that was money.
Yeah. Now, if you're an artist, let's say if you're a rapper and you're 21 and you ain't putting no music out, you don't have no followers, that's shit that don't cost nothing. Come on.
So in our world we live in, it's like, bro, you need to show us that you have the habits to do the job. So when we come on, all we doing is enhancing. So, to people that want to be Ray Daniels, I love it. But, the new thing is finding the talent has to do the work, and you have to find the right talent. And hopefully y'all make some fucking magic, and hopefully, but it's not like it used to be. It's not like, we got too much information. It's too much access. Where there was one bonfire and everybody, and once you got close to that fire, you was in the game. Yeah. Now there are hundreds burning everywhere. My God. And that's the new game. It was only 3 or 4 ways to get on back then. Radio, if you got a song on the radio, you was guaranteed to get a deal. Yeah. you sold albums, you know, independently, or, you know, I mean, MTV, BET, I mean, what outlets were there?
Yeah.
Now they're what, 70 DSPs?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, shit, your audience might be on Pandora.
Yeah.
Your audience might be on SoundCloud. Your audience might be on Amazon Music, might be on Spotify, might be on Apple.
Yeah.
And you should know that. Because if you don't, at this point, what the hell do you want us to do?
Yeah.
Like, think about that for a second. Like, if you can't tell me this is where my audience lives and this is what they like, that means I have to go from 0 to 100. And it's also something that you got to acknowledge. That means I also have to look past the people who are figuring that out.
Yeah.
So it's not like nobody's figuring it out and I'm like, hey, what do you want me to do? Just being honest.
Yeah.
You have to understand that part. There are too many ways to put out music, and you have to understand that you might not be doing nothing and you might be frustrated because nobody's coming for you, but we're going for the people who are trying. And those are the people who are getting opportunities. Don't hurt to try. Don't hurt to try.
So now, as a label exec, when you see these artists out here with these different bonfires that are already monetized, how do you still encourage them to come in and sign with labels now in this day and age where if these folks are independent, they can make some money? They more than likely they're gonna know their value by the time you get to them if they have taken the appropriate steps.
That's true, and that's true, and that I'm not gonna even say that is the challenge. I mean, I think that everybody wants to. I think everybody wants help. Like, I don't care.
Facts.
I don't care who you are. It's hard to, like, bro, if you want to sleep at night,
Yeah.
and if you want to have a team that sleeps at night, you want help. Nobody, I haven't encountered anybody who didn't want to do a deal.
Okay.
They might have said, I don't want to do a deal now. They might say, I'm figuring things out. Let me come to you. Let's talk about it when I'm ready. But I don't think no one not wants to do a deal. I think everybody wants to be in business with a company who can help enhance globally what they're doing. I mean, that's another thing. You know, it's the difference between being a superstar and a global superstar.
Thanks.
And a global superstar, you have to have 200, 150 to 200 people working on your behalf across the world. And that's just the truth, you know? So there's a difference in that, but, you know, it's not really hard. You know, I think everybody understands, and I think when you start realizing how much money it costs you, you like, man, somebody want to come help me with this shit?
Break down them numbers. How much money is it costing?
Well, it depends, bro. Okay, I have an independent artist signed to me, artist, and you talking about, we have a song we like, we got to shoot a video. I'm paying $10,000 for the video. I'm paying for the artist to be here. I'm paying for the studio time. I'm easily spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on my artist before I even got a dollar back. And most of them, you don't get your money back. Most of them, you don't. So if somebody came and said, Ray, we want to fund that, shit, okay.
Come on with it.
I'm cool with that. I think everybody looks at it like that. Like, dog, like, it's the way the rich have always gotten rich was other people's money. I would definitely say use someone else to help you.